you today?
Hi. Very well, you?
Congratulations on joining The Split. I love this TV show. And you're a brand new character. I was wondering if we could describe your character a little bit to start us off.
Yeah. I'm a massive fan of Abi Morgan, first and foremost. Bizarrely, I just recently moved house and I was unpacking a box and it was full of some old journals from drama school kind of days. And I flicked open a page and one of my goals was to work with Abi Morgan. I don't think I actually told her that. And I was like, tick!
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool. So yes, I was fortunate enough to join this final season. Extraordinary, talented bunch of people. A pleasure to be around them all. The best downtime banter I've ever had on a set, because they're all just so bright and brilliant and creative. And I remember one day there was a piano in the room that, you know, kind of like holding room. Steve Mangan on the piano, all of us singing around the piano, pulls up the chords on his phone, and off we are like ebony and ivory on the piano. Yeah, just wonderful to be around such interesting and interested people.
Amazing.
Yeah, everything you would hope for when you're collaborating on a show like that.
Oh, so good. So
Yeah.
Your character's a child psychologist. How is it getting into that role?
I think as an actress, I've always come from that kind of direction, as in who is this person, what are they feeling, what are they thinking, what's their background. Like it's putting a person together like a jigsaw puzzle, because I guess we are all a product of our past, our childhood, and now I'm also a mother. I think there's a natural interest in that stuff anyway. Like, please don't mess your children up, Lara. So I've always actually just as a person shown an interest in that world. My next door neighbors are both child psychologists. So that was a good resource. I've also used a psychotherapist myself over the years. And so I had a session with him and interviewed him in a sense, just to pick his brain about tools and different schools of thought. There are a gazillion different ways his character, I guess, could have been played, but for me, it was that first and foremost, she deeply, deeply cares about people, especially children. And that's her MO, I guess, in that way, and the reason why she does what she does. And I think what's lovely about her is that because of the job she does, she's done her own homework. So she's not harboring or holding any of her own baggage, which is interesting, throwing a character like that in the dynamic of this female family, this very which is enlightening, insightful, but also jarring for them, I think, at times, because she just says it how it is. Which can come across too direct at times, can come across possibly even insensitive at times, and yet that is not her intention. And what's so interesting is that I feel like she says what everyone knows but won't admit to.
Yeah, it sounds fascinating character, and it'll be interesting to see how she fits in with other characters who kind of like dodge the subject. So how does her effect ripple on the other characters in the show?
I think by the end of it, when we get to episode 6, I feel like her words are being repeated back at her. I feel like what she comes, you know, at the very beginning, you know, what she says, her analysis, her you could say her method, her ideal for life, her ideal for relationships, ends up being mirrored back at her by other characters. I think they they weren't ready to say or admit any of those things at the start, and yet by the end, they never say she's right or she was right, or I don't think they do anyway. And not from what I remember, but they definitely end up acknowledging that there was stuff that was not admitted, or there was stuff that was being ignored, or they weren't ready for whatever reason to truly let go of or look at. Yeah, and also you've got those three brilliant, I won't say child actors, but the character of Livy isn't really a child anymore. And you throw that dynamic on set, and it changes everything about you. You're not dealing with 40-year-old problems anymore. You're not dealing with a marriage breakup or infidelity or secrets and lies. You're dealing with three young human beings, and it changes everything.
Absolutely. So has like researching into your character in child psychology opened your eyes to how kids react, and including your own, and does it make you look at them in a new perspective?
I think for whatever reason, I think I've always, like I said to you, been interested and aware of that stuff. Like maybe from my own childhood stuff, and I've always been fascinated of that nature nurture thing. So I have that daily awareness from the second I became a mother, I think. It's just amplified, I think, going to work in a way that maybe it wasn't before when I wasn't a mother. I don't know, but also all of us on set, I think, are parents. Stephen, Nicola, Fiona, Annabel, like we all get it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see what you do with this character. I also can't wait for you to join, because this is such a one, like we talked about Abi Morgan before, wonderfully written and female-led kind of production and show. What was it like joining this kind of like forefront of female writers, productions, directors?
Incredible, and a marker of how far we've come. If I'm honest, at first, I was really nervous about playing this role, because it almost felt like she was unlikable, in the sense that everyone's rooting for Hannah and Nathan. Like, who wouldn't be? You know, they're glorious actors, then they're glorious characters that are on screen, and you care for them so deeply. And so I was a little bit tentative about playing this role. But I can't say too much.
I
know, get around that. Yeah.
I was going to ask if there's anything interesting. It's like, oh, she can't really talk much about her role, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I was tentative, but it was interesting because both Abi and Nicola on different occasions said to me, if this role was male, you wouldn't hesitate saying these things. You wouldn't hesitate being so direct. You wouldn't hesitate being so, not righteous, but just open and honest. I was like, you're absolutely right. Why am I worried about it being unlikable? If it came out of a man's mouth, no one would see it was unlikable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I put my big girl trousers on. I went to work.
Oh, amazing. Well, I can't wait to see season 3 and your new character. And it's been an absolute pleasure to talk with you today. I've been a huge fan. Your Gypsy Rosalie was just impeccable. So
thank you.
So it's been a pleasure, and good luck with the series.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!